Hello everyone and welcome to another Starcraft 2 replay, and this one's going to take place on, oh boy, Core Hall Compound? Core Hall, yes, I believe this is Core Hall. I'm the blue Terran, Ketroc spying the bottom left hand position, and the top right is the red Protoss Ninja. Hopefully you guys did not see the timer there. So this is going to be facing something a little different that you guys may face often, but I have never faced since like Season 3. And that is an opponent addicted to K-pop. Or just cream pop, which is kind of like, I don't know, like Hillary Duff, but like 1,000 times more terrible. I don't know how to describe it. You don't want to know. So what we have here is actually a forge. We're going to get cannon rushed here. And I'm just doing my usual 2 racks play, so I got my depot down. I don't bother walling off, because I figure I don't ever need it. Barracks, refinery. Same time he's throwing down his first cannons on low ground. He's already got 1 cannon on the high ground for high ground vision, and he's ready to wall this off if I pull SCVs. Sending my first marine to scout, and now I just noticed this, and he's already thrown down 2 cannons. I cannot attack those cannons as he has low down coverage. And I'm not quite sure what to do, so I decided just to leave my base, but choked in. And that is GG. So, with that said, I hope this doesn't screw up my recording. There we go. I faced about 3 games like that. There we go. 1, 2, well, I guess 2 games. But in a short period of time. And, yeah, I lost them just as quickly both times. So, I have not faced Cannon Rush since back when I used to do Fortress Fast Expand versus Protoss. So I'd always be able to ad-lib some response, you know, like that blue block is moving, and PF rush my opponent, or like do some sort of reverse wall in and float up my command center. But you know, I'm not opening, you know, saving up 400 minerals at the beginning waiting for a command center anymore. So I actually have to don't have the gas available. I don't have the stored up resources, so I actually have to take advantage of these barracks. I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought here. So I don't know the proper way to respond to Cannon Rush, but I just kind of, after I lost those couple of games, I thought about it a little bit. It's like, what can I do at this point? And this is what I've come up with for my build. So if you get Cannon Rush, these are responses I think you should take. Here I just kind of ad-lib it, and then I'll do one more replay where I get a little more crisp. First thing I'm doing here, notice the position of my first supply depot. I figure I don't want to wall off with it because I never finish the wall off, and putting it on the edge of your base makes it just vulnerable to void rays or Stalker Immortal pushes. But you do want to position it somewhere that kind of gives you vision of where the typical Cannon Rush will start. So on this map, I believe it's here. Typically, it's going to be like the low ground that's the closest to your mineral line. So, and probably near the ramp somewhere. So that's what I do. I put the depot out here just to give me vision of that area. So that's step 1. Next is you don't want to get any gas once you see the cannon starting. So if you already have the gas, pull your guys off gas. If you haven't completed the gas geyser yet, cancel it. And what you want is 2 barracks producing marines as quickly as you can, and do not get an orbital either until you got things stabilized. So I'm spending all my money on marines and bunkers. I noticed there's 2 pylons. Now he's making cannons. I'm going to go after those. Take them down. Don't overcommit. You need an income, so like keep these guys mining as long as you can. Again, another high ground cannon I believe I can kill. And unfortunately, I already supply capped myself, and I'm going to lose another supply depot, so having to throw down 2 supply depots make me stockpile money a little bit here. Probably a good time to throw down orbital because of that. Tried to snipe that probe, wasn't able to. But again, it's about getting a bunker up and getting marines in it just to not to kill the cannon rush. Your goal is to prevent it from getting at here. You don't want it shooting at your command center, and you definitely don't want it shooting at your mineral line. It's okay if the cannons are shooting at your bunker, because you can repair the bunker indefinitely. So don't worry about the fact that bunkers or the photon cannons have range 7 and your marines only have range 6 when inside a bunker. So here we go, and again, keeping it from getting at my mineral line. So I got an SCV down here, make sure there's no shenanigans starting at the bottom. And then another bunker to prevent this push from coming this direction. And then once you got things stabilized like I do now, now is the time to take your orbital and take your gas. One SCV repairing against 1 cannon, the bunker will slowly go down. 2 SCVs is a little too much repair, but your hit points will stay maxed. So once you got things under control like this, just transition to your normal play. You probably want to get a Marauder as soon as possible to push back any cannons that happen to be firing at your bunkers, because a Marauder inside a bunker is the same range as a photon cannon. So there we go, throwing down actually double tech lab. Even building another racks because I was ad-libbing this, so it's not like a fluent build. And then making space for the Marauder by pulling out 2 marines. So there you go, once you got Marauder in there, you will push it back. And if you do this right, it'll actually put you ahead. This game, he kind of had me back for a while. Looks like he's going to try to transition to a fast expand. Take a little economic risk to get it back in. So there goes his high ground vision. Well, not quite. He still has 1 probe left. But once I kill that, yeah, high ground vision's gone. And I can push him out. And now I got 3 racks build. And I can make a lot of units out of this. Looks like I'm just going to go for a stim timing. A little worried about the saying "when behind Dark Shrine," so getting a wall off just in case it was arriving right now, because there was a long period of time where he wasn't making more cannons, so he could have been teching up during that time. So the wall for an emergency defense, and then the missile turret to solidify it. And now just teching up to medevac. Getting my upgrades, looks like I got +1 on the way. Stim pack, concussive shell, and combat shield. So you can see it transitions just back into what you'd normally be doing. Supply caps don't really matter for me right now because I do have more than enough production to spend my money, so I can catch up when I supply cap myself, which is good for me because I always supply cap myself. Now the first medevac's out, and I think I'm probably ready to go now. Looks like all my bio upgrades are done, +1's about to finish. So there we go, +1 and concussive and combat and all the good stuff. Looks like the Protoss is up to 50 Harvesters and 2 bases, so he will be a lot stronger than me soon, but for now, at the point we're about to attack here, looks like his first Colossus is just coming out, no Thermal Lance, and the Army tab will read just over 2,000 for the Protoss and over 3,500 for myself. Given that's 2,000 plus another $600 worth of photon cannons. The photon cannons are pretty efficient for their money because Any static defense should have that sort of advantage. But Marauders cut through them pretty quick. So you can see I'm actually ahead of where I would normally be if this were a center game. And I just saw the lack of zealots, so I pushed in as far as I could. There's no reason not to like stutter step right on top of your opponent if there's no zealots. So it allowed me to get inside some of the force fielding. And with that, you can see the army is still almost 3,000 from myself and basically nothing from my opponent. And that's GG. So we'll review this one more time. And the reason I'm doing this cannon rush tutorial is day 9 did a week of cannon rush, and everyone's following this streamer called Galzi, who is cannon rushes all 3 races and is the very top of Masters. So it's getting more popular. I wish there was a way to like double click a replay out in Windows and have it load straight into it without having to close Starcraft. Ah, same opponent. I'll have to remember that. Ninja is a cannon rusher. But I did not know that at the time that it was the same person because it was probably a couple days afterwards. Actually, I lost to more than 2 cannon rushes over that day 9 week. I lost to about 4 just off the top of my head. So it looks like he's got me second, which is not what I was expecting. Again, having the depot, you don't have to have a ramp against the edge, but again, somewhere where the typical cannons will start. Took out his high ground pylon. And at this point, just kind of killing what I think I can, and when I can't, I pull back. And I guess we went through that a little quickly. So remember, the supply depot somewhere forward to cover the typical cannon positioning. And then as soon as you see this pylon, you want to stop getting gas. And you want to get your second barracks as soon as possible. My gas refinery is already done, but I just won't put guys back on gas until I stabilize. So able to take out his next probes. Looks like he has to send out 2 more, which is good for me. And that halts the advance of his cannon rush. Again, now that I have things stabilized, looks like I have too many gas here, unfortunately. You can switch to Marauders just to kind of end it. But it looks like that's not even needed, with that being the end of the cannon rush. We're in good shape. This is probably not the second replay I was looking for, but oh well. I'm not going to restart this cast since I did all in one segment. I'd have to restart from scratch, so we're not going to do that. But the key parts are forward depot just to keep an eye for when it starts, and then you want to go double barracks, don't get any gas, don't get an orbital. It's all about pumping out Marines just from 2 naked racks, getting the bunker set up, and then once you got things stabilized, then you can go back into gas, get a Marauder out, push it back, and you should be ahead. So it looks like Ninja's trying to take a quick expo to get caught up. Throwing out some more gateways. Warp gate research is just started. And I think there was something that queued me here. Yeah, here. So I come in with my Marine to like scout if he took an expo or not, and I realized he killed me with probes, which queued in my head. He may have no units whatsoever. And if we bring up the unit tab, you can actually see he just has 1 sentry, which is rallied very poorly. So once I saw that, and I'm like, he has nothing, I'm like, I'm not even going to wait for like my typical timing, I'm just going to go now. He should be dead. Still wasn't sure, so I'm kind of just staying defensive on the low ground, but yeah, once I see this, I feel it's over. So throwing like units in these little pockets here makes it a little easier to snipe stuff on the high ground, and that is GG. Yeah, so that's the way I deal with cannons if I'm facing this. One, try to give yourself some advance warning with the supply depot. Be especially careful on maps where the low ground is very close to your mineral line. Core Hall Compound was one of them, I guess. Kinda. Close to your middle line or close to your command center. Metalopolis is a bad one. Because like I think the low ground's in range of your mineral line. So you really want that vision. And then the idea is you want to be getting no orbital, no gas income, and be pumping from 2 naked barracks. So you can keep your SCV count going if unless you're really desperate for Marines or bunkers. But yeah, you want Marines pumping from both of these, bunkers to stall his push. And then once you got things solidified, you can get your orbital command, you can get your gas, you can pull a Marauder, put Marauder in a bunker to like push back his defense, and then you can go right back in your usual 2 racks play, and you should be well ahead. And that's the way I deal with Cannon Rush. So with that, thank you everyone, and check the description for a thumbs up link, and goodbye.